Do a quick sound check. All right, we are live. We are live. We're live. I'm so excited. E, can you hear the excitement in my voice, man? Can you hear it?
I hear it.
Yes, sir. You know why I'm excited, E? Let me tell you. Let me tell you why I'm mad, son.
Nah, son.
No, let me tell you why I'm super excited, man. Because one, as you know, I got a gaming rig, baby. Got a gaming rig.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, let me just
You
tell you
did what
something.
you
E,
did what Phil asked you to do, right?
you know what? Phil Jackson said, "I don't care where you play. You don't
No,
need
no,
it."
no. Phil Jackson.
Oh, not Phil.
Scotty,
Not Phil
Scotty.
Jackson. Not Phil Jackson. I'm sorry. What am I saying? Phil Jackson, man. I'm talking about uh what's going big shout out to Indie Gamer, Talus. Gentlemen, welcome to Brap again. Always great to see you guys. But I meant Phil I meant Phil Spencer, man. You know what Phil you know what Phil said? Phil said, "Hey, you know what?" He said, "Enrique." He called me up, said, "Enrique, you don't need an Xbox to play the best exclusives." You know? He said, "You didn't land on Plymouth Rock?"
Wow.
Let me stop, man. No, but yeah, I mean, hey, that's what he said, though, right?
that is what he said.
I mean,
That's
he said, "I don't care where you play Xbox, so long as you play our games, you and our ecosystem." And let me tell you something, man. And that's what I did. E, how long have I been? It's funny, man. You know what's funny? You saw it. You know how much shit I got by some people on Twitter? It's ridiculous, man. It's just it blows my mind. It really does.
yeah. It's the like it's that funny hypocrisy side of things. It's like, when you say you're going to go PC and you might sell the Xbox, people kind of get in their feelings, but at the same time, when you say, I've seen
Yeah.
other people say they don't feel the console side, gets enough
Yeah.
love, and
Yeah.
Microsoft doesn't care about the Xbox console itself, and people are like, well, they don't care, man. They just want you to play wherever. They're giving you the option, and it's like, well, I took the option and bought a PC, so shut up.
That's what I did, man. That's
you know,
exactly what I did. I bought a PC. Indie Gamer says PC Master Race. I bought a
Eee.
PC, and look, man, it just made sense for me. Like it made sense because one, I mean, look at how much money I've already spent on Xbox hardware alone this console generation, right?
Right,
I've had three
right.
consoles this console generation. That's basically the price of my PC. And if you're wondering what kind of PC I got, just throw out some quick specs. I got a NVIDIA RTX 2070 GPU with a Ryzen 2700X CPU. And I can tell you, like, I was running OBS on my laptop, my old laptop, right, E?
Mm-hmm.
And my CPU was like at like 38, 42%. It's at like 2, 3% right now.
Mm.
So
You balling, huh?
yeah, man. And let me tell you something. Like I didn't the only thing that really tied me to Xbox, man, was my friends list and Game Pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um Chalice says pretty good. Made the mistake of going to an Xbox centric podcast. Was sick to my stomach. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What's up, J Street? Forte. Forte was up late
Forte
with us,
said you
by the
got
way,
trash.
man.
He said you got trash in a box.
Forte's mad. Forte's mad because my 2070 is going to run circles around his box.
Mm.
Um, but no, hey, you know what's funny, man? Forte was with me and Mooch on Gears of War 5 until like 2 in the morning last night, man.
Damn, man.
Yeah, what's up, Gregor Von Doom? Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, let me tell you something. E, we had ultra textures on. Oh my god, man. I was seeing stuff. You know the rant, when you go out in the skiff on the planet with the red sand?
Mm-hmm.
There was so many textures, things that I had not seen on the Xbox One X version of Gears 5 that I saw on my PC. Like Mooch was driving, I'm riding shotgun, and Mooch was like, "Whoa!" We're like, "Whoa, wait a minute!" And we're looking around. We just stopped and started looking around the environments.
Hmm.
The amount of detail was, yeah, like Forte in the live chat said it was fire, bro. It was E. It was so sick, man. I don't know if I can go back, man. I think, and I was talking to Mads Gaming. Big shout out to Mads Gaming. And Mads a little hardcore. He believes you should upgrade your CPU every 2 years. Yeah,
Not about
that's
that life.
yeah, But I will say this: and instead of getting a Scarlet, what I would probably end up doing is taking that money I was going to use for a Scarlet, and if I wanted to or needed to, use it to upgrade my my GPU, man.
Got you, man. I got you.
But yeah, it's great, man. Like Game Pass is there. I was getting more achievements last night. It's just I was able to connect with Mooch and Forte and Xbox Live Party Chat.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was just a lot of fun, man. It was like I was still gaming on Xbox, but not using an Xbox console. Big shout out to Glorious War with the super chat, $2. Thank you, sir. You said just sold my Xbox X for a PC. Hey, I hear that, man. I'm with you, man.
Uh-oh, Glorious War. They coming.
About to
Yeah,
start a war in the chat now.
yeah.
Dudes don't like dudes
People don't
don't
like
like that
that.
kind of talk, man.
Yeah. What's going on, B?
What's happening, fellas?
B,
What's up,
I
B?
dude, I don't know if you can hear the excitement in my voice, man, but it's like I have rediscovered gaming.
Yeah, man. GBB here. He's skeeting all over the place,
Oh
man.
my god.
Hey, man. Hey, that looks like it's the move. You know what I mean? So
Well,
I'm happy for you, man.
yeah, I mean it's really seamless. I mean it for me I think for like just being a content creator, like and Eric, you know this because I've talked about this a lot. Gregor Von Doom says he's rocking the Nvidia GeForce GT 610. Um, it's funny. E and I've been talking with this to E, and I think you guys too. B, as just like as a content creator, it just made sense, right? And then I can kill two birds with one stone. So that was the other thing too,
Right,
like
right.
the fact that I got a YouTube channel. I'm using OBS now. Like I told E, when I was using OBS on my old laptop, man, I'm telling you, my laptop was struggling. Like it's like I was surprised that smoke wasn't coming out the sides of it.
Mm.
I mean, it like CPU usage was like 58% on my desktop. Now it's like at 3%. It's night and day, man. Everything loads up so quickly. OBS Streamlabs like loads up in like 2 seconds. It's nuts. It's
So
nuts.
I didn't get a chance to ask you this, but like, and I saw you posted in the chat. What was the moment where you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy a PC.
You know what, man? I was look. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and when and I was talking to like guys like Mods, and I was talking to Lord Cognito, and like Cognito was like telling me about Destiny. Forte would tell me about Destiny on PC, and then Mooch, who's got like a beast PC. He's got like a 2080 Ti GPU, which is insane. Um, for me, it was like I saw like once Gears dropped on Game Pass, man, and I was like, okay, I gotta get a PC now because I want to get play more of these games on Game Pass. Um, and with the new generation coming, I'm not gonna get an Xbox Scarlet, and I'm gonna want to sell my Xbox One X before next gen, before the value of the console goes down too, right?
Right.
So I said, you know what, I'm gonna pull the trigger. And I was going to order the computer online, and I just happened to go to Best Buy, man, last weekend, and I found this computer sitting there unexpectedly. I'm like, wait a minute, it's a 2070 Ryzen 2700. I'm like, wait a minute, this is what I was looking for. But I was actually looking at a computer with a Ryzen 2700X and the AMD Radeon, the new, I think 5700 RT or whatever it's called. I forget the new GPU they just came out with. Um, but man, B, when I saw that there, um, man, I just pulled the trigger. I talked to a couple people. Um, I talked to people like on DM that I knew were like PC guys, where they had PCs, and asked them what they thought. Like I talked to like BG. He said, BG, what do you think? He's like, looks good. Mod said the same thing. Dealer, D-Batch, all the guys I know that like have good rigs, PCs, Mooch, and they were like, yeah, it's a good deal. And so that was it, man. I pulled the trigger, and I'm telling you, I'm going back and playing Gears 5, man, on like 140 something frames, yo. It's insane. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you how crazy it is, man. There's like literally no input lag. It's insane. It's insane. I don't even know how to explain it, man. But like we were playing with Forte last night, and we had it on ultra settings, and I don't know, B, if you got into the map with the sand, the red sand.
No, no, I haven't gotten it yet.
Okay, so that level, I was telling E this, going back and playing it with ultra settings. I mean, there's a certain level of detail that's missing on the Xbox One X version. So, and you know what, B, I essentially kind of got a Scarlet right now.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, so yeah, man. And Game Pass, man, that was a no brainer, man. Game Pass on PC. I get my Xbox Live friends list. We got crossplay coming out. We have crossplay with Call of Duty coming up. Other games are going to be supporting crossplay. To me, now Destiny. It was time, man. It was time for me to pull the trigger, man.
yeah, yeah. I'm like literally right there. I've been buying parts for my PC like throughout the year. I just haven't decided on which monitors I'm gonna go with yet. Because I want to get a 4K monitor with HDR, but they're like crazy expensive. So hoping for
Yeah,
like around the holiday to get a decent price one.
yeah.
The one thing
They're
that
real
uh
expensive.
that like has kind of made me hold off a little bit is because games like 2K like they don't have crossplay. So
Mm-mm.
like I would still have to like jump back to the Xbox or on PlayStation, play with my friends and stuff like that. Um, I'm hoping that in the near future that more of like the big third party games start to get crossplay with PC, really just evolve that whole community,
Mm-hmm.
surrounding the game, because I think that's just one way to kind of keep the engagement high. So once that happens, I think you'll really see like more people adopt PCs, and kind of get away from the console side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that's kind of probably the one thing that's holding me off. But I'm definitely gonna finish my PC by the end of this year, because I told you I'm bringing back my YouTube channel at the beginning of 2020. So
Nice, man.
anyway, so
There you go, guys. Big announcement. B Money's gonna bring back his YouTube channel. Looking forward to that, man. That's gonna be
yeah,
awesome, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, but B, it's for me, it's like, I mean, I guess for me, part of me is like I wanted to have a different gaming experience too. Like I
right,
literally
right.
hadn't gamed on PC in, God, probably 20 years, man. Like seriously, gamed on PC. Like that goes back to like, oh my God, like the old remember Quake and like Unreal Tournament, like those
Unreal
days.
Tournament, yeah,
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 that's when I was gaming, man. But it's like, Microsoft just made this easy too. And it's funny, like we talk about like Microsoft, and they're maybe not focusing on console, whatever the case is, but they made it easy, man. They made it easy. They made it easy for
yeah,
someone like me to stay in that ecosystem, and I get it now. Like I get that how they give us that option, like because I've been on Xbox for 18 years, and if it wasn't for that, I probably would have left the Xbox console a while back. But I didn't, because I had friends that I've played with for 18 years, and played so many games, and you know it's hard to walk away with that when you've been invested in something like that for 18 years. But they made it easy, and although some people out there, some idiots out there, gave me shit for, oh, you're just trying to draw attention to yourself. I'm like, no. Why does it why does it matter how I spend my money anyway to other people? That's what kills me. Um, but I'm still in the ecosystem, and I still got my friends list. Still got all those people I've been gaming with for 18 years.
right, right.
Mm-hmm.
So but I'm telling you, I'm playing Metro Exodus. I went back and played that with ray tracing. Oof, woof. Oh man, I tell you, it's just a different experience, man. A different experience. I can't wait. I can't wait for next console generation, because I'm gonna have PC, PlayStation 5, and whatever Nintendo comes out with next. So yeah, I'm looking.
Nice,
I'm yeah. What you saying, E?
no, I was saying nice.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and the other thing too. I mean, and look, like PC's got its pros and cons, just like console does. But one thing I'm excited too is like now I have I'm gonna have access to Steam and Epic, but now Ubisoft and what is it? If there is it UPlay? Is that what they call it? Their subscription?
I think
yeah,
Uplay is like their store. I
Is it
forget
store?
exactly what they call.
Yeah, what's the Ubisoft prescription subscription?
It might be like Uplay Now or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's
I
what
have
it
no
is. Yeah, I mean it is like 15 a month, but you get like free games. I don't know. I gotta look into it. But somebody was telling me it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I gotta check it out. But
Now you can get the EA or Origin access, man.
oh, that's right. Yeah, EA Origin Access. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So now I've opened
That's
myself
a sweet
even
deal
to
too.
more options, man.
Yeah.
And what I say, and I think we've said this on the show: more options as a gamer is better.
That's right.
yeah, you're not gonna complain like some of these other cats about having all these different clients on your desktop. You got to click on.
You're not gonna be out there boycotting the Epic Store.
Hey, and speaking of boycotting, are you guys gonna be boycotting Call of Duty? Because
I've been boycotting Call of Duty for the last 7 years.
yeah, but you haven't been boycotting Call of Duty because of timed exclusivity.
Man, people get off that shit, man. Because dudes frauding. They frauding.
Oh yeah, big time. E.
Straight up
Big
fraud,
time,
man.
E.
And if I can get on the soapbox for a minute, this
Go
has
ahead,
nothing
man.
to do with. This has nothing to do with I'm an enlightened consumer. No, no. Moses Spencer led you to the water, and now you're drinking it. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of a sudden, dudes took on this tag of I'm not supporting this nonsense because of this is not the wave. No, everybody rocked with it in the 360 generation, right?
That's right.
And now we're here, and even in the early Xbox One generation. And then you can tell the dudes who frauding because they immediately put it on Sony like Activision has nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Somebody tried to tell me today, I said, what about Tomb Raider? Oh, that's different because it's an entire game. I said, no, it's still content exclusivity for a year.
Microsoft money had that game to keep it off. It had nothing to do with development or anything like that. Yeah, they got involved, but they money had that game.
But this person told me, oh well, the difference was, Crystal Dynamics needed the money. Activision does it. I'm like, yo, Activision is a business. They're a publicly traded company. They're in the business to make money.
You know how much money Crystal Dynamics has?
Exactly.
Dudes need to stop this. Stop it. Stop. It's like this assimilation to everything that's fed to them is just like it's crazy. Like end of the day, like people really understand like what is anti-consumer and what isn't. Like, nobody wants to call out the fact that Microsoft still has a paywall up for free to play games. Right? That's an anti-consumer position. That's an anti-consumer that they have not addressed.
Well, I mean,
it's not.
I don't have to pay any more Xbox Live Gold or whatever it is to, like PC players, right? Didn't have to pay to.
Well, you could throw that in there too and say people who are on the console side are still paying, for live and everything, whatever the case may be. And look, I'm not sitting here saying, you decide what's anti-consumer for you. If you're not rocking with it, don't pay for it. But this whole I'm boycotting, we seen what happened with Borderlands 3. It's just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's but it's people are going to complain about it, any and everything,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, it's one game mode. I think it's like Spec Ops or something like that, which is the multiplayer mode for Call of Duty, and it's just one mode. That's it. That's it. I mean, and you got it.
It's kind of crazy though. It's kind of crazy keeping it for a year. So right when the next Call of Duty comes out.
Yeah. Go back and play the old Call of Duty because we're gonna have the new content on new Call of Duty too. So
it's gonna be trash.
Look, man,
it's pretty aggressive. That is pretty aggressive. That's a bold move.
Hey, man. Sometimes you gotta make bold moves. That's how you make statements.
Well, I mean, look, to Sony's credit, man, they're not taking the foot off the gas pedal. I mean, they're not doing it.
Why should they, man?
No, I agree. They absolutely should not do that. You know, I mean, they're going in focused.
Just because one of their opponents didn't put up a great fight, don't mean they should start slacking.
And that's the thing. People automatically look at it like one is anti-consumer and negative and one is not. It's like, let's stop fronting. Just because Microsoft didn't do that or is doing that doesn't mean that they, again, don't have anti-consumer practices that they put in too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's not anti-consumer. It's like free market. Microsoft has the ability to do the same thing. They're just choosing not to.
I mean, Microsoft could have gone to Activision and said, "Hey guys, we're going to give you $100 million." I mean, I'm just throwing that number out.
Again, I still think Microsoft isn't doing it because Satya's like, "Why are we doing that? What does that have to do with services and clouds and all that stuff like that?"
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not in the console business like that anymore.
Can you imagine Phil going into Satya? Hey, we want a money hat Call of Duty. How does that tie into?
Yeah, we want to. I mean, Satya's like, does that work with like cloud and Xcloud and everything else that we're doing?
Phil with this exclusive content, with this work on Azure.
Yo, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, but yeah, it's the same thing.
I started thinking about it a little bit different after I read that article. I was like, that sounds like a man that was trying to save his job.
Yeah.
Not like he had all this enlightenment about how gamers are game. It's like, yo, Satya's like, tell me why we're doing gaming.
Yeah.
Well, you see.
But what happened was, yeah.
Why do we have this division? Because as far as I can tell, this this console thing it's not really doing it. So what are we gonna do? How does this fit in what we do?
Yeah. No, exactly. I've said that. We said that a long time ago. They had to fit into what Microsoft's DNA is as a company, which has changed over the last 18 years or since Satya took over. So.
It was like those days of them being their own little campus. Remember how people used to say, they were off in the cut doing their own little thing, and everybody kind of laughed at them, left them alone, do whatever. And Satya's like, nah, how you gonna pay your rent?
Yep.
Plain and simple.
Yeah, no, basically. Speaking of Borderlands 3, it sold like 3 million copies in 5 days?
Yeah, 5 million copies in 5 days. So a million copies a day.
Jesus. That's insane.
Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, that was that the dudes are like, I'm boycotting.
Yeah.
Sound like a bunch of barking chihuahuas.
and boycotting Jack, man.
Yeah.
All these people went out and bought it.
If their friends wasn't riding the wave, they wasn't going to boycott it no way. So once their friends got the game, they was going to get it anyway.
Yep. That's true, man.
Grandstanding. I'm going to Twitter to make my presence felt.
I'm going to show people what time it is on Twitter.
Right.
Oh,
there's always the same cats, the same ones, kissing Xbox symbols on floors.
Oh my goodness! All right.
I'm sorry. I'm in my feelings tonight. Man.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
My bad. I'm gonna pull up.
Oh shit! Oh my god! All right, so.
Yeah, he got the sniper on the rooftop, man.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
Yeah. And they saying that the deal with COD is the exclusivity deals from basically the same deal that they started the first deal that they made with Activision. So.
Yeah, because Destiny walked away, so you know what I mean. They just slid that right over and make sure it happened with Call of Duty.
I mean, Destiny was pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
But look, that didn't stop me from enjoying
the game on Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, I bought Destiny on Xbox, despite PlayStation having Hawkmoon for what was supposed to be a year. It ended up being like 3 years. I mean, it was like seriously. I think Hawkmoon was supposed to be like on like an exclusive weapon for like a year. And then like 3 years later, we finally got it. When we got it on Xbox, it was so nerfed, it wasn't even worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I think there's some weapons on Destiny that never made it to Xbox.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but at the end of the day, it didn't stop me from enjoying Destiny. I didn't enjoy Destiny any less.
Right.
Because the main majority of the game, the stuff. I mean, because for the most part, the game was the same outside of those, a couple exclusives and skins, and there was a couple. Like missions and stuff that were exclusive. Um,
Yeah.
but whatever. I mean, I still got to do the raids. It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Right.
And I
So,
get it.
so
I mean, I see-
when you got it on Xbox, your experience wasn't any different.
No.
So if you didn't know that other content was out there, you wouldn't have missed it. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't miss any raids or any weapons or anything like that. So once you bought it on Xbox, you experienced the game for what it was, and you know what I mean, had a great time with it.
No, yeah, and
I know dudes are making the argument that it's an entire mode being kept out, but it's like
it's one.
Okay, so go play the other modes that are available.
Yeah, I mean,
you won't miss
Well,
that.
most people will be playing what, like
TDM,
yeah,
Ground War, what's the other one?
I forget.
Will they have Blackout in there again?
I'm not sure if they're gonna have that in there.
Isn't like zombie mode popular in Call of Duty?
Yeah, zombie. They'll have some sort of zombie mode. You know what I mean? Like they'll have all the classic modes there anyway. All the ones that most people are gonna play. So yeah, you're not gonna have the survival mode. Whoop-de-doo. You'll be all right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's Call of Duty. It comes out every year. You'll get it next year.
Yeah,
a year goes by like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
there's gonna be so many. Call of Duty comes out in what, October or November?
October 25th.
Yeah, usually October.
Yeah. What's up, Slow Mo?
Yeah, how's it going, man?
So it's gonna come out.
I'm sorry, Rick. I got us a downvote with my negativity.
Oh man, come on, E. You got to talk about people kissing Xbox symbols on the floor.
My bad, dude.
So it's gonna come out in October. You'll get a little boom there, and then all the little kids will get it for Christmas. By February, nobody's gonna be talking about Call of Duty anyway, so it'll be fine.
I'm actually going to buy Call of Duty this year. This is gonna be the first Call of Duty in a long time. I should say.
What has attracted you to the game now?
Just the campaign.
Because the campaign's different.
Yeah, because it's gone back to like the Modern Warfare roots, or basically a reboot of Modern Warfare. And that was, to me, that was the pinnacle of Call of Duty last console gen.
Only reason I want to play it is because it looks like it has a Battlefield mode, and I'm a Battlefield player, so I want to check that out and see what it's like.
Yeah. Are you guys, anyone interested in the campaign, or am I the only one here?
No, the campaign. I mean, the campaign looks for what they show looks pretty good, but it's not something I'm gonna run out and pick up. Like anytime there was a Call of Duty campaign that I was interested in, I would just wait till it was like $30, $20, $30, and I pick it up.
Guess who's got it free?
Who got it free?
I do for buying my PC.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why you on that wave.
Huh?
I said that's why you on that wave.
Yeah. So yeah, actually, one of the things, if you bought like an NVIDIA GPU or PC, the GPU, you get you get Call of Duty for free, and I got 3 months of Xbox Game Pass.
Nice.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So I mean, I was looking forward to it anyway, though, because it's Modern Warfare. So. What about you, Slim? Is this something you might pick up, or is it a pass?
Nah, I've never really cared for Call of Duty, and although the campaign, all the stuff going on with the campaign has made it somewhat interesting, I'm still not really looking forward to it. It's not something I really care for every year. If the campaign comes out and it's like it's the most amazing campaign ever, then maybe I'm like, okay. I mean, like I got it last year just because someone I know gifted it to me.
Oh, okay.
Because they wanted me to play with them in that in their Fortnite mode, their battle royale.
Gotcha.
So I did black out for a little while, but it was just typical Call of Duty. I've never really cared for that PvP style. I always kind of found it to be basically just straight quick touch. If you see the person before they see you, it's essentially how it goes. So it's understanding the map and hitting other people before they get to you. That's really about it. And I usually, when I played Call of Duty before, I would start doing well, then I would do a little bit better, and then it'd be like, okay, now this is boring. So I didn't really see the challenge in it. So
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I'm not gonna play any of the multiplayer probably. Just campaign, play, it, try it out, you know. But that's it. Yo, Gregor Von Doom, the live chat's funny. He says, "I can't wait to get free Game Pass next time I buy toilet paper."
it does seem to be offered. No matter what you do, you walk out your house and there's like a guy just waiting there. You walked out your house today, free Game Pass.
Free Game
like,
Pass.
wow.
Yo, you gonna go into Walmart, come back, they're gonna have like a card stuck in your windshield wiper.
Oh my goodness. Rylander says, "Did you guys notice that Enrique got a little snobby since he got his PC? So he's talking with a slight British accent."
A little bit extra.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm talking with a British accent.
How many frames is that?
It's 144 frames.
Nothing below 144. It's just rubbish if it's not.
Are those not auto settings, sir? All right, guys. I want to get to
So peasants.
Oh, yeah. Right. Ooh, oh, I didn't say that.
Not yet.
Not
yet.
I will say this though. I don't know if you heard this earlier, Slow-Mo, but I was playing Gears 5 with Mooch and Forte last night, and we had it running on ultra settings. Oh man, different game, man. Different game. High frames per second, man. Just different game, man. It's just amazing. So, all right. I do want to get to some gaming related news. We had yesterday, as a matter of fact, we had Sony State of Play and Inside Xbox on the same day. Oddly enough, let's talk Inside Xbox. So, look, my complaint with this thing again is that it's an hour. I can't stay that long. I find myself just like I can't watch it for an hour straight. I just don't have the attention span for it. But they did show off some cool stuff. They showed off Outer Worlds, which I thought looked pretty good. I'm definitely gonna get that game. They showed.
It's day one in Game Pass.
Yeah, it's day one Game Pass. You're absolutely right. What I thought was really cool, I thought the announcements that got me excited more than anything else was obviously the announce of the beta for Xcloud, which is going to be coming out later next month. You can actually sign up for you can sign up to be a tester right now on Xbox.com.
Did you sign up for it?
Did I sign up for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Have you guys signed up for it or are planning to?
I signed up for it too.
Yeah, I signed up.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's like I'm like this is cool. Like I beta tested Xbox Live. I'm like, why not do this? And it's funny they ask you if you have like what is it, like an Android, if you own a Xbox controller.
Yeah, I think it was like iOS users are out.
Yeah,
it's not available, right?
There's some people. I saw some people on Twitter that they're kind of upset about that.
Yeah, I mean, I have an iPhone, so.
E, are you upset about that, man?
No. This is like, no. There's other stuff to be pissed off about.
Yeah.
Hey, I agree with the indie I'm sorry, the indie gamer in the chat. He said he's really looking forward to After Party. I am too. I like Night School Studios. That's the developer.
Yeah, After Party look awesome.
After Party looks really good.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys remember the game, but they made Oxenfree.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oxenfree's a good game.
Oxenfree was amazing.
A great narrative, great story, great voice acting too. Their games are. I think they're on the come up. I actually said a while ago, I think it was last year when we were talking about, it was not too long after Microsoft had purchased all the studios. We were like, who do you think they should purchase next? I actually said Night School Studios should be a dev they should look at because they make very good stories, but the aesthetic, the visual aesthetic is the way it is because they're very, and they don't really have the means to be able to go beyond, even though After Party looks to be a little bit better looking than Oxenfree, but I just think that with an Xbox budget, with a bigger budget, they could do so many different things. But,
yeah, I would agree with that. But
Yeah.
I know Alana Pierce is voicing a character in the game.
Which one? Oh yeah, is she doing the main girl in the After Party?
That I'm not sure about. I'm not sure. I have to look that up. But I know she did announce that she was she was voicing a character in there.
She's doing a lot of that because she had
Gears.
she's in Gears.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Gears. Yeah. Oxenfree's a really good game. If if you guys anyone in the live chat doesn't play that game, definitely pick it up. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's probably in Game Pass, I think.
it might be.
Yeah, I know at least it was in Game Pass at one point.
Yeah.
It might still be in there.
Yeah, I think After Party was probably the one game that I really liked. That they showed in the like I said, Outer Worlds.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, those two were the only ones I was really like, okay.
So then they got some pretty good shine yesterday because they were also in State of Play, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they won State of Play as well.
Yeah.
When is that game coming out? Because
now After Party, like, so. I'm sorry. What were you saying? Forte Slow-mo.
When does After Party come out?
I don't know, but it's like the premise of it's kind of interesting because it's like, are you supposed to outdrink like demons or something like that? Like
you have to outdrink the devil.
Is that
to get out of hell?
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, it looks cool. Like I was like, it's a different type of game, right? Different experience.
It just says come in 2019.
I just looked that up too, which is weird because it's like it's almost October, so it's like
it's like you only got a few months left.
You running out of time. You might want to drop a release date at some point.
Yeah, Indie Gamer says end of October. Now, is that game going to be on Game Pass?
I don't know.
Oh,
it is one of those ID Xbox, like when they did the ID Xbox thing at E3. After Party was in there too, even though it's multi-plat. So I don't know. It might be in Game Pass.
Oh yeah, okay. So I actually just found this. Okay, so it comes out next month. It is going to be available on Game Pass.
Awesome. That's more money I get to save. I get to play the game. I like Night School Studios. I may just end up buying it anyway.
I mean, it's a
20% discount, so why not?
Yeah.
It's a cool looking game. I mean, it's totally outside the box. This is the kind of stuff I like because it's so outside of like the, typical stuff we usually play,
Yeah. It's a different concept. They do that branching narrative stuff a little bit like BioWare, old school BioWare, but it's not heavy on that. But if you guys remember with Oxenfree, there was like 3 or 4 different endings. And even if you got like the same ending as someone else, maybe a relationship with a particular character wasn't that great. Whereas with your playthrough, you and that character really made up. It was like your relationship, that main character's relationship with all the other characters in the game could be completely different than anyone else's. It was really good. And then I loved the whole thing where you kept seeing ghosts who were saying things, and then the way it plays out in the end, you're like, oh, yeah. It's just they make good games. They have a good concept of game design that their approach to it isn't like other people's approach. I really appreciate that.
No, it really isn't. I mean, it's like you said, they are one of the more talented smaller development studios.
Yeah,
and like.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, much like Oxenfree, like this game has a very appealing like atmosphere to it. It's got this like unique art style to it or design to it. Very much like Oxenfree.
Yeah. Victor in the chat said he thinks Xbox needs to go for V1 Interactive, 4A Games, Crytek, and Bungie. I don't think they'll get any of them, any of those 4.
I don't think they'll get Bungie. Yeah.
Yeah, Bungie is never going to be bought by anyone. I think if there's any dev out there that is just completely against being purchased at this point, it's Bungie. and I think they've secured enough financial stability to make that a reality and let it stay that way. Crytek, I heard they didn't have a great relationship with Microsoft, so maybe that's changed. I mean, we heard the same thing about Obsidian, so maybe that would change, but I doubt it. I can't remember anything 4A Games is made right now.
What did 4A
Or
do
just
recently?
Metro games.
Yeah,
The
Metro.
Metro Games?
Yeah,
That's 4A?
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, that might be a possibility. That might be a possibility. But V1 Interactive, that's the dev for Disintegration. And that's a possibility because they're a small team. They're about 30 devs.
Mhm.
I've been covering them a lot on my channel. But I don't think that Matt Booty and Phil Spencer will want to purchase them, even though I know they got Compulsion, but Compulsion had at least dropped the game at
Yeah,
that point.
wasn't already done. Yeah.
A couple games actually at that point. And V1 Interactive has never made anything that has released yet. They just started, but I don't think a studio that green they're going to actually purchase.
Yeah. So I did read it. It's gonna be day and date Game Pass.
That is awesome.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited.
Yeah, man, Game Pass is working out for me.
Yes, sir.
That's Outer Worlds and After Party in October that I don't have to pay for.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, Game Pass needs those kind of games like to release. I think they need like bangers like that like every month. Day and date.
Yeah. If not every month, at least depending on the kind of game, like every 60 to 90 days. They
Yeah.
need to have but they need to have more exclusive content in there because
Mhm.
although After Party is a very interesting indie game, it's on everything. Although
It is on
for the
everything. Yeah.
people who are mostly playing on PlayStation, they could be looking at it like, man, in order for me to get it on PlayStation, I gotta pay whatever that price is. And I mean, it's a nice, cool studio. Their games have never been $60 games. They're so small. This would be like $30, I guess, to pay that through Game Pass. So I guess that is somewhat of a advantage there.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey guys, real quick. I was just looking over my news feed, my aggregator on my phone, and we were talking about the exclusivity for Call of Duty. And so it looks like Infinity Ward's actually responded to some of the criticism that's being levied against them right now. And let's see here. The studio narrative director has taken to Twitter. He said, I respect your decision. We do our best every day to give our players the best experience possible. There are decisions that are above all of our pay grades that have to be considered. I understand your feelings. This is much better than others I've seen. Let's be honest. Rooting is an exaggeration. Survival is 1% of the game. The other 90% is simultaneously day and date across all platforms. I'd rather have everyone playing 99% of the content at the same time than 100% of the content sometime later. That's their response. I agree with that statement 100%. He's right.
Yeah, it'd be different if Sony had the entire game for 6 months or a year or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I was trying to say.
One mode.
Yeah, so I was trying to tell somebody earlier. It's like, look, Tomb Raider was off the PlayStation 4 for a year. It's a whole game. It's a whole game. But anyhow. So Slow-Mo, I'm sorry, man. I interrupted. You were saying?
Oh no, I was done. I was just I'm in the chat talking to the guys in the chat. Victor still thinks V1 Interactive is an option for Xbox, and him even mentioning it reminded me of something that Marcus Leto, who runs the V1 Interactive studio, said. He said he shopped Disintegration to Xbox. It could have been an Xbox exclusive, but Xbox producers told him this game looks too similar to Halo. So it's no.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, if that's how they feel about that game, that's the only game they've been working on. It just seems like they don't really feel like V1 Interactive. Not saying they think like they're a bad dev or Disintegration is going to be a bad game or anything, but if they feel like it's too similar to Halo, they don't want to. People feel like, well, I got Halo. Why would I get this?
Yeah, why would I get that? Yeah, I mean, I can
Yeah.
see that. I can see that argument.
Although if you look at the game, it looks and plays nothing like Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're in a hovercraft, and you're micromanaging troops as you're shooting. It's a first person shooter, but it has like XCOM elements to it.
Yeah,
So it's not Halo at all. But who knows, man?
yeah. Some other big news coming out of the Inside Xbox, I thought, was the announcement of T-Mobile partnering with Microsoft for the Xcloud game streaming, and Microsoft has chosen T-Mobile as its U.S. technical partner during the Project Xcloud preview. Will optimize mobile game streaming, which starts next month. As we talked about earlier, companies are working together, ushering a new way of gaming, streaming Xbox games over LTE to smartphones and tablets.
Okay, so what does that mean? Does that mean if you have T-Mobile and you use XCloud, you're not going to be that data usage isn't going to go against you?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I
Because
don't
that
know.
usually seems to be T-Mobile's business model.
Yeah, like that's
They
their yeah.
they exclude certain things. They were the first to exclude Netflix from your data plan,
Yeah.
and then everyone kind of started following suit with things like that. But they exclude a lot, like YouTube.
Are you survive? Are you? Let me ask you something. Are you guys survived? Surprised that that they didn't go with like Verizon, considering like Verizon's got like the biggest uh network coverage in the U.S.
Yeah, but it might be a customer thing too.
Might be a conflict of interest thing too. Don't you remember? Was this last year or earlier this year? There was something about something with PlayStation and Verizon. Like
I don't
Verizon came
remember it.
out with some kind of advertisement, and it showed of like them
Yeah,
getting it.
PlayStation games on there.
Yeah, it had first party PlayStation games on there, so it could
Oh
be
yeah.
something that Verizon has got kind of cooking. They're not ready to show it yet, or present it to the public yet, but it could be a conflict of interest. They may not be able to do anything with XCloud if they're working with Sony.
Mm. That's interesting. I completely forgot about that. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, but why not? But I mean, even AT&T, I would imagine, has a bigger network than T-Mobile.
yeah. But who the hell wants AT&T?
For real.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like they're still in the
Trash
mobile game.
AT&T network.
Yeah, yeah. AT&T still in the. Yeah, I got T-Mobile, so I'm
Yeah, me
hoping.
too.
Yeah. But and they haven't even. I mean, we know that they're heavily invested in 5G. I think all this points to 5G at some point, but uh, I think they've. It looks like T-Mobile's probably spent nearly 30 billion, with 7.99 billion dedicated to purchasing 600 megahertz airways covering 100% of the U.S. So T-Mobile is really invested in 5G. I mean, they're putting a lot of money into this. So this is probably. I guess this is probably a
that
big get
makes
for them.
sense now. Because T-Mobile's so invested in 5G, it makes sense why they would. Because
That's why they
a lot,
That's why they bought Sprint. Remember, because of Sprint
yeah,
having access to some dishes, or I don't forget what it
There's
was.
more towers.
Yeah,
they
that's
want they got more towers. They want more coverage. But
Yep.
a lot of people have been saying that the better 5G grows and spreads, the better these streaming services are going to perform. And it would make sense for them to partner with T-Mobile because then they could be helping T-Mobile maybe potentially, and this is just pure speculation, no one run with this, but infusing them with a little bit more capital because, T-Mobile is still pretty small compared to someone like Verizon, and allow them to be able to build up that infrastructure quicker. That would be smart for Microsoft to do. You have the money. You need ISPs out here to get with the program with 5G so that your service can take off. Hey, how about we with that? How about we help you with, with financially get these towers up and off the ground? That would make sense to me. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I gotta say, guys, I hope I get selected to try out the XCloud streaming app because I'm really curious to see how this thing's gonna work. I really am. I mean, I know people at E3 were like, "Oh, it worked great," but that's more of a controlled setting, and I'm really interested to see how it's gonna work on my mobile phone, my Galaxy S9 Plus.
Yeah, that's why I have the 9 Plus. But even on the questionnaire when you signed up for it, they ask you what cell phone provider you have. And if they partner with T-Mobile and you put down T-Mobile, they're probably going to choose you.
If they don't select me, I'm gonna cry foul. I'm gonna go on Twitter and raise hell and tell them I'm gonna boycott everything Microsoft for a year. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I hope I get selected. I mean, T-Mobile should be a plus for me, right? That's what they're partnering
Yeah.
with. Seems like a
Yep.
no-brainer.
They're probably going to choose all the people who have
Not on
T-Mobile
T-Mobile.
first. That'll be like the first wave.
Yeah.
And then the next waves after that will be people who maybe have another provider that they know is getting big into 5G. And then down at the bottom of the list will be Sprint and AT&T.
Well, Sprint's not even Sprint anymore. It's T-Mobile now.
Has that finished?
Yeah, I
That
mean
merger
it's
thing?
it's approved.
Yeah. But they always approve stuff like that, and then they say it doesn't go active for like 6 months or a year or something like that.
Yeah, I don't
Sprint
know.
was hands down one of the worst networks I've ever met. I couldn't wait to get away from them.
For who? Sprint?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is. I think this is a really big. I look at this as a bigger deal for T-Mobile. Because I feel like this is them kind of saying, yeah, we got a major player in the gaming industry. They're testing out if you want to call it the future of gaming or whatever. They're testing this out on our network. And I feel like the guy, the CEO from T-Mobile tries to put out this cool factor about T-Mobile. I don't know. I think maybe it's a bigger deal for them than Microsoft partnering with T-Mobile. But I do seem to remember that I think Phil was talking about them looking at mobile partners for Xcloud a couple months ago, if I'm not mistaken. So, a couple other things with the Project Xcloud preview. T-Mobile. Oh, they also own Metro, by the way. I didn't know that. Do you guys know that?
Yeah, that's
T-Mobile owns Metro?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Metro.
they call it Metro by T-Mobile now. That's who I have.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yep. That's why I said I got away from Sprint. I actually paid the balance of my phone off. I called them one day and said, "Yo, you guys are terrible. How much do I owe?"
Give me about it.
About 300. I was like, done. I paid it. Took all the phones over to T-Mobile.
Wow.
Metro was done. But you guys are garbage.
That was
Yeah,
it.
man, Sprint's pretty bad.
I mean, to this day, they only have like the one band, so you still can't talk and do that at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like you're on the phone and then you hang up, and all of a sudden you get all these texts.
Yeah. Well, go to live chat. What'd you say?
We're in 2019. I'm like, yo, you still have this kind of network? Get out of here, yo.
Oh my god. You sound like you made the right choice, man. Hey, Victor Alstein, the live chat says, "Brap, I thought you hated streaming." Did I ever say I hated streaming?
No, man. This is Mr. Fugu over here.
Yeah. I'm the one who started the Fugle movement.
This Fugle rock.
Although I'm a little suspect on YouTube or on Google right now, but that's another conversation. One by Mather says, "Do we believe T-Mobile will prioritize Xcloud gamers when there's congestion due to their partnership?"
I would think that's probably a part of the deal too.
It's got to be part of the deal. I mean, it's
Yeah.
I would imagine. But so let's see here. Mobile T-Mobile Metro by T-Mobile customers will need an unlimited data plan, a smartphone or tablet running Android 6.0 or higher, Bluetooth 4.0, a Microsoft account, Bluetooth enabled Xbox One wireless controller. And if you want more information, go to www.tmobile.com/coverage. Boom. That's my plug for T-Mobile. Maybe they'll be a sponsor of the show. Yeah. So guys, that for me, I mean, I think After Party and Outer Worlds and then the Xcloud announcement were probably the big highlights for me. Did really care for the new Xbox One X and S bundles. I'm not trying to pick on Major Nelson. That dude just he doesn't fit. He doesn't fit in this whole thing anymore.
Did,
He
are
just
you-
doesn't. He's not. He just not. He doesn't. To me, just I feel like he does not resonate with gamers.
they all were cringy yesterday. Literally every single one of them was cringy. The stupid jokes,
Yeah.
the corny, the punchlines. It was just
They were the definition of try hard.
yeah. I mean, like it's so bad that the corny jokes and the boring interviews. And I understand, like, I really feel like they should cut the interviews out. Those interviews alone are like 5 minutes by themselves.
I mean,
That's like an additional 15. Like they did 3 of them
But
yesterday.
Slow-mo,
That's like an additional 15 minutes.
how many people want those interviews though? Like, do people want that?
Nobody.
I don't know anybody who's like, oh, I'm gonna watch this because I like the developer interviews.
No. I have yet to see or hear a single person say, those interviews are not that bad. I like the interviews on Inside Xbox. No one, and they've been doing this for over a year now, and no one cares for those interviews. They should cut them out and have the interviews be a separate video they just upload to YouTube.
Yo,
I saw another like a tweet that was just like
wait, E,
that's
I don't, E,
this mentality.
I don't mean to cut you off, man. I gotta go to Ryan Landis. He said Major Nelson's like Bob Barker up there in its old '70s game show. He is. Yo, Major Nelson is Bob Barker. I mean, it's like, come on. It's like, we all watch not Wheel of Fortune.
He got there not just for respect, like for like just like respecting an elder type thing.
Does he even look like he games? I know that sounds terrible.
I see him tweet about gaming and stuff. I think he's still rocking. It's just,
I just feel like Major Nelson needs to be on CNN with Wolf Blitzer.
the gaming segment.
Yeah. Well, no, that's just a segment. Like, talk politics. He just doesn't. He doesn't resonate with me, and I don't know. Hey, go ahead, Ian. I cut you off.
Is it the familiar face syndrome? Like, is it like I don't know what it. I'm just trying to figure out like why they continue to keep him going. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, Indie Gamer.
I appreciate Major for the things he did through the 360 era and everything like that. But yeah, it's just, but like Slomo said too. I mean, we're throwing this stone. They're all terrible. So it's like,
well, it's so rehearsed.
I will say that interview you said, I think Slomo, the interviews were kind of cringy. Mm-hmm. There was like when they were interviewing, I think she was the
narrative director.
Thank you for Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, you guys are known for yada yada yada, Fallout Vegas. He's like, are we gonna see things like that we saw in Fallout Vegas in this game? And I'm like, oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, and she's I felt bad for her in that interview, but she seems like a really cool person. That dev, she was also the dev that I spoke about before from Obsidian that was in that Game Informer roundtable.
Yeah,
with Remedy and Ready at Dawn, and there was one more developer that was there, but I can't remember. But yeah, they were all Insomniac, and they were just there talking about the games they were coming out with, game development in general. And she was just her enthusiasm was really like infectious. You can tell that she was really the thing she was speaking about was really resonating with like the rest of the devs there. She seems really cool.
Yeah, you said she's infectious.
Oh god, don't start.
Larry Herb was only 43 for real?
No, he's not 43.
Oh, he is
Larry Herb is not 43 years old.
That's the oldest 43-year-old ever. 43 times 2 is what Larry Herb should be.
There's no way he's 43, man.
He's not 40. No, I refuse. I refuse to. No, he is not 40. No.
In the game of stop, dude. That dude is not 43 years old.
Yeah, I'm looking this up. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have to Google this.
Because he was doing this when I was a kid. Okay, like when Xbox first came out, I remember seeing Major Nelson. So like I was like, I was in college.
Oh One Bad Mother said he was 43 20 years ago.
Right. Yo, I'm looking this up.
All right, let me tell you something. He's old. He worked for Director of Promotions for Clear Channel in Hartford, Connecticut from 1989 to late 2000.
Oh, no, he's not 43. I'm sorry.
No, he's not. I mean, he is not 43. Let's see. I'm trying to. I don't know. I don't see anything here about his age.
He's a vampire.
Yeah, but he's definitely not. He's definitely not 43. We could put that to rest. That's not. Yeah. Victor Alsey says he's 45. Ryan Linda says he was born in his 40s, in the 40s.
He came out the womb with gray hair.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Let's move on to State of Play. And all I gotta say is The Last of Us 2 looks amazing. Amazing. And that's all I gotta say about that. Now let me ask you guys something, because like I was kind of like on the fence when they did this. Like in one way I was excited, and another way I felt like they kind of spoiled it. But like, for the longest time everyone's been asking like what happened with Joel, right? Mm-hmm. Is he gonna be in this game? Where is he? And as soon as they show that scene where that guy's hand covers what's it called? I'm forgetting her name now.
Ellie.
Thank you, Ellie's face. Thank you, man. I'm thinking about Major Nelson.
You about the age of Major Nelson on here, man? You like what? Enrique's staring at his PC. That's why he can't hear me.
Jay Destroyer says that he's 56. He just found it.
That sounds a little bit.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, 56 makes sense.
Yeah, I believe 56. They gotta let him go.
Yeah, because Phil's about what, like 40s,
48.
Phil is
49.
50.
He's 50 now. Yeah, he's 50.
Pushing 50.
Phil's 50. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, why OBJ Didon has been? I bet you OBJ Didon's been in the live chat the whole time. He just actually posted something in the live chat and said, "Did someone say The Last of Us?" Out of nowhere. But
he just parachuted in. Like.
Yeah, he did. He just parachuted.
The Last of Us.
Last of Us. Hello. But when that one scene with Ellie where there's a hand that covers her mouth, and you can see a look in her face, and I think at that point when you saw the look in her face, I think we all knew. At least I know. Like, oh, that's fucking Joel. It's got to be him. Who's it gonna be?
Mm-hmm.
And there he is. Looking like Major Nelson with a beard. I guess in a lot of ways I was surprised and excited. Not surprised, but just excited. Like, the confirmation that he's in the game, right? But at the same time, I was thinking, I don't know, like, maybe they should have just, like, not shown it and just surprised us in the game,
Well, I mean, from the initial reveal, like, he's there talking to Ellie. I know people were speculating, is that like a vision that she's seeing?
Vision, yeah.
Or like a ghost type thing or whatever the case may be. And that could still be a thing. You just don't know,
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think, it was one of those things like, seeing it was awesome, but it's like, damn, but did I want to see that? Or did I want to be surprised by it? But I still kind of think they're going to have some pretty big surprises in the game.
Yeah, because even with that part that they shown, like, we don't know what part of the game that is.
Right.
That could be like super early in the game.
Yep.
That's a good point, B.
I saw a very interesting theory earlier today. The theory is that instead of like everyone believes by the way the trailer is portrayed that her girlfriend died. Her girlfriend was killed. And she wants to get revenge.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So
the
theory I heard earlier today that instead of her girlfriend, it's really Joel that gets killed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And that the way they show Joel after that to kind of fool us into thinking that he's going to be with her in this other group. But if you notice in the previous trailer, the previous gameplay they showed, she's by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She's by herself fighting all those people. There was no Joel. So
Right.
there's some credence to that.
So
maybe it's true.
So you
So
think
it could be that thing where like it happens early, like that happens, and then she is seeing those visions because even when you go back to the reveal trailer, he's like you're really gonna do this, kiddo? And she's like, yeah,
Right.
it could definitely be that thing,
that?
Mhm.
That would be a big punch in the gut, which the franchise is known for doing anyway.
Yeah.
Well, somebody else put a theory out there. I mean, it's a lot darker, like because I know the initial thing people kind of think is like, well, what motivates her is that her girlfriend gets killed. People kind of think obviously the girlfriend gets killed.
That's what
But
I
someone
thought.
said the girlfriend, like if if she's like raped and she's forced to watch it.
Oh shit, that's a little.
You
That's
know?
pretty dark.
Yeah, that's kind
It's
of dark,
dark,
man.
Dark,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's a dark game.
yeah, it is pretty
know?
dark.
But
And
you
she
know,
or something to that effect, so.
yeah, potentially maybe something like that. If she just killed, because like we don't know this girl. They just introduced her in this game. Like there's and I'm not doubting their story chops here because they made you care about Joel's daughter and killed her in the first 10 minutes of the first game.
Spoiler alert.
Stop
Man.
it. The game is like a gazillion years old. There is no spoiler alert. If you didn't know,
Man, I never
know
played
that,
it.
you never
Slow-mo.
were. Huh?
I never played the game.
Oh, too damn bad.
Exactly.
No, I played it.
Spoiler alerts or have
Right,
expired
though.
after
You
2
can't
years.
have a pot with you like, man, spoil. I'm gonna go back. I was waiting to play it. You waited too damn long.
You wasted exactly. but I think it's kind of like, well, they could do it and make this character, a strong enough character in a way that you care, but at the same time, people would care more if it's Joel instead of her.
Yeah, yeah, people would that because that would be a big punch in the gut. D-Truth says
But it could be a thing. Like, what if it's a thing that is a series of events that just lead up to her snapping?
Yeah, it could be a lot of stuff.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, is there something?
Druckmann did say that this is their longest game that they've ever made.
It's 2 discs.
Yeah. I also kind of feel like what we've seen and what we know of is just like one act of the game, because I can't imagine that the entire scope of this game is just a revenge story. I think that's a little beneath them.
Yep.
So I feel like let's say Joel is alive. Let's say Ellie and Joel go into that city to take out that group because they did something to her girlfriend. They succeed, but in doing so, they either find out something that will branch into something like horrifying or interesting that branches into the next part of the game, or they cause something to happen that then creates even more drama or even more trouble for her and the group they're with, and then that kind of goes into the next part of the game. Something else has to be going on here that they're not showing us, which I'm fine with, because I hate it when they show too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When they start doing that is when I stop looking at trailers completely, because I don't want to see anything else.
And who's that guy that like tackled her? That's who I want. Like, is he part of that group that Joel's talking about?
I think so. I think he is.
So I think there's definitely gonna be more characters in this game. I think they're gonna flesh out more. But I don't know. Like, I feel like they killed Joe. That's like so obvious, though, right?
It would be extremely obvious.
I mean, like, would that even be Ryan Landis actually said, remember that first trailer? You still think that might be Ellie's mom?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
what I mean,
right.
what if she discovers that is her mom, and that's who they actually kill, and not Joel?
I think Joel's I think Joel's too obvious. I think if he dies in that game, it's like, okay.
Well, he's definitely dying in that game at some point.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, if it's at the beginning, in the middle, at the end, he ain't surviving this game.
Nah, see, kill Master Chief, but don't kill Joel.
What?
2 different games, but you get the point. I don't know, man. Like I don't see. I feel like that's just so obvious, though. Like if they kill him, then it's gonna be like I feel like that takes away from. I don't know. Like it just wouldn't surprise me. Like if I'm playing the game, Joel gets eaten by one of those clickers or whatever, or gets shot or something. It's like
That would be a more obvious thing if he's just like taken out by something like that. But if you're building up to something and it's like, and it kind of makes sense, it can still hit you emotionally.
Yeah, like would you just
what's the lady that the one crazy lady captures him or something? Yeah, I mean, it's torturing him, and she finally finds him, and he's like, body ripped apart or something like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they're not gonna give him a poor death, like you said, like getting eaten by some clickers. Like that's not.
Yeah,
they're not gonna kill him. Like that.
This thing, man, something like that. So, but yeah, it's just I'm kind of definitely right now. Like I don't need to see anything else.
Hey, OBJ Don says Joe looks like he's ready to go be with Sarah already.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he looks like weathered. Like,
man, he looked real old. Like,
yeah.
I mean, he's had a rough life, though.
He looks too old to be doing what Ellie is trying to do.
But you think about that world. I mean, it would age you. That kind of stress and that kind of living.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've seen people out there saying like Ellie looks more like the actress. She doesn't look like the Ellie that the younger Ellie. Like, but I'm like, well, I get that too. They did kind of model her to look a little more like the actress, but at the same time, kids grow up and sometimes they look a little different than what they look like.
Hey,
I also saw that they may have done that to try to distance themselves from Ellen Page.
Yeah.
Because Ellen Page was really upset with the first game, thinking that they kind of tried to take her likeness.
Her likeness,
and it was Ellen Page.
To be real, they basically had all kinds of pictures of Ellen Page and was like, make her look like her.
Yeah, we want her to look like Ellen Page.
You remember at first you were like, Ellen Page is in this game?
I really did think that like she was probably the voice actor or something.
Yeah.
For a long time I thought that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh no. I think people put her onto it. She needs
this old man. Yeah. Real quick, D-Troop says, what if Joel gets infected and Ellie has to kill him?
Are we going to Walking Dead with Lee and Clementine now?
Yep. That's too obvious, though.
Exactly. That's why you can't do that. Because as soon as he said that, my immediate thought was already been done before. And it's very, very very well done and popular scene with Lee and with Telltale Games and Clementine. Like if you did that, I don't think Naughty Dog is going to try to go with that cliche storytelling. Not cliche, but just
it would
not really breaking new ground,
But wouldn't it follow that trope of that obvious trope of if they killing Joel is just too obvious? Like that just. I don't know. I hear what you guys are saying. Like, oh, they could do it in a way that, like, makes you like care that it happened or build it up. But I don't know. Like, I'd be disappointed. Like, that's just too obvious.
Here's a
what if Ellie? What if Ellie dies?
I was just about to go there.
Yeah. What if Joel loses like another because that's like his daughter for him in a way. That was the bond I think between them. The first one that he kind of like he lost his daughter. He finds this girl, this younger girl, and he's like, kind of looks after her like a father does.
Yeah, and that's why I was thinking, is it possible that this would be the last of this game, this series, and they're going to move on to do this team will move on to do a new IP, like the Uncharted team is doing a new IP instead, and then maybe she does die, and Joel just says, you know what, I just don't have the. That would be way too dark and depressing.
I mean, what if seriously, like, what if she died? I mean, think about. I mean, no one would. I think more of us would expect Joel dying than Ellie dying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
they
think
could do a Left Behind. Go ahead, B. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think everyone would expect Joel to die just because that's the most obvious character.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think Ellie's dying in this game, and I do think there will be another game.
Yeah, I think so too. B.
I think they'll finish it with 3, and that'll be it.
You think it'll be like they'll finish it with a full on like third game, or they'll do something like a Left Behind, or
I mean, I think it all just depends on how this game kind of unfolds.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they could just do like a straight sequel to it, depending on like what actually happens.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could do almost like a prequel, to like everything like really breaking out,
Mm-hmm.
and what I mean, before Joel and Ellie like actually meet up and stuff. So
Yeah,
because there's a lot of story there too. So
Yeah, that's true. Because when I think when she first meets him, or remember, he's like a drunk pretty much.
yeah,
He's on the couch, and that girl's like that lady's talking to that lady who I think eventually who got bit. Or she became infected. Did she become infected? I don't
Which
remember.
one?
The
About
lady
when
that
they
Joel
met
in
up
the
with the group.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
mean the girl that Joel was like with?
With,
In the
yeah,
beginning of the game?
yeah. I thought she got infected or something.
She did. She got like bit on the shoulder or something
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
yeah. Um, but yeah, you're right. I mean, there's a lot of there's because the game jumps from that event of Joel losing Sarah to that scene, that beginning scene. Tess,
Yeah.
thank
How
you,
many
OBG
years in the
John.
future? Like 20 years in the future?
I think it's like 20 years, isn't it?
It's a significant period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gregor Von Du says the stuff with her mom is a prequel though.
That's true.
I don't know. I tell you what though, this game definitely has a darker tone to it. I mean,
Yeah, I'm all for it though.
yeah,
Yeah, me too, man.
Oh, it's looking amazing too, man.
Yeah, yeah. I did get some Red Dead vibes when they were on horse in the snow,
Yeah.
and definitely bigger world for sure.
Joel looks at Ellie and says, "Just have some goddamn faith."
Ellie,
Just need to get the money.
Ellie, we got one more score. We got one more score, Ellie.
Have some goddamn faith.
Yo, shout out to that voice actor, man. He was awesome in that game. The one scene that always pops in my mind when people mention Red Dead is when they were basically they rode in on that entire family.
Oh, the storm the mansion.
Yeah.
And they stormed the mansion, and,
Yeah.
and it was like so iconic because they were all in a line.
Yeah, that was one of the most iconic scenes I think this console generation.
I agree, Enrique. That scene is burned in my memory. Just them
Yes,
all
yes.
like just walking up the walkway like we gonna fuck y'all up.
Yeah, we're looking around.
It was amazing, and you see her screaming out the window trying to get her kids and her family together. And I was just like, you have no idea how badly you're about to get wrecked right now. That was great, man.
I always thought it was so funny about that game too. It's like, Dutch is telling you, we got to get the money, Arthur. We got to get the money. And I'm like, Dutch, I'm running around the old West with $5,000 in my pocket.
Exactly.
I'm rolling around with you like,
I got the money already.
I got the bag already.
Let's just leave. $5,000 in these times is like $1 million.
Yeah, exactly.
We can go anywhere you want to go right now.
Let's go. What are we doing?
Oh
my
man,
goodness, that's
but
hilarious.
you know what was great about that narrative though is that Dutch kept saying the same crap over and over and over again, but it's like you can tell as you were getting tired of his crap that everyone was getting tired of his crap. Just like stop saying that, man.
Because he kept talking nonsense. Like everyone knew, like he was like, and then people were dying and getting hurt.
Well, if you think about it, it's because he's going crazy.
Yeah, he was going crazy. He lost at the end.
Yeah, it's just like anybody with senility. Like it takes a while to recognize it. He's sitting there like, why are we doing all this crazy stuff? Because this dude is crazy. He is losing it.
Well,
You know?
he also couldn't grip with the reality that the world around him was changing. It was
Yeah.
becoming a world where the law mattered. He couldn't roam and be an outlaw like he could before. That's not how it was
Mhm.
anymore.
Yeah, it's amazing how his mindset was, because he had this mindset that it was a different like way of justice. Like he saved what was the girl's name that everyone loves? Um,
Oh shit, no.
in the beginning where her husband was killed and she was like
Yeah.
hot. Yeah.
Bad men, but we're not that kind of men. Like bad men.
Right. He has his own morality. Was like, we don't rape women.
Yeah.
We don't do that to her. We don't do this to other people.
Mhm.
We do rob and kill people on a regular basis.
What's that name, Bonnie?
But we're not that bad. You know, he had like that own morality where he was always justifying their actions. It's like, you know, we're noble, but all the stuff that you're doing, there's nothing noble about it. There's nothing to be proudful about. Like
Well, he thought he was being noble because he thought he was sticking it to the system, a system that that he felt like was cheating people anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
But then he's going out there, and you got that. The tax dude sending you out to beat people up.
Collect on money. Yep.
Yeah. The debt collector.
Yep.
Mhm.
I love that the end being able to tell him to leave the camp, kicking him out.
Yep.
That was pretty cool.
What a great
That
game.
was
When I ride into town and bump somebody with my horse and end up getting warning for 5.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah.
You just tap a dude. You just tap a dude with the horse. What are you doing? But he pulls out his gun.
He starts shooting at you.
Yeah, you kill him, you're in trouble. It's self-defense at that point. He pulled out his gun on me. What was I supposed to do?
Right? It's the
Just
wild,
get killed?
Oh my god, that's too funny.
you know. That game was funny, man. Great story, but it had some real wonky parts too, man.
Yeah, I definitely did. Did. Hey guys, let me ask you a quick question. And I look, none of us have played the game, but just based on what we've seen and what we know from Naughty Dog as a developer, their pedigree, and playing The Last of Us, the first one, which by the way is going to be on PlayStation Plus for free. I think for the month of October, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, MLB The Show.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna pick up MLB The Show.
That's
pretty
like
surprising.
the best
I think
month
it's the first time they put
free
that on there.
games.
Yeah, it is B.
Is it the first time, B?
Yeah. First time they ever put MLB The Show on.
I don't even like baseball, and I'm gonna download it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Same here.
Yeah, I mean, I like baseball, but I don't have the time to put into it. But I will say, if you have not played The Last of Us, you need to play this. It's free now. It'll be free. There's no excuses to not play this game if you haven't played it. It's one of the best games that I've probably ever played. I mean, that's not even an exaggeration.
Yeah. I already own the remaster. I played the original game on PS3, but I went and bought the remaster a couple years ago. It was like $10 on sale. And my intention has always been that like a month before it comes out, I'm gonna finally play the remaster again. And then so it'll be like everything will be fresh in my mind because I'm getting old now. I be forgetting stuff.
Oh, dude, I'm with you. I can't remember the main
the same thing,
protagonist's
man.
name.
Yeah, man. There'll be characters showing up and people will be like, "Oh, that's so and so in the game." I'm like, in the first game, I'm like, "It is." What?
Like,
was I asleep? Did I miss? Did I sleep through that part? What?
going to the wiki to read up. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that is Joel.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I think this game is going to be the game of the generation. I'm gonna put that out there. Remember this day, September 25th, game of the generation. I said it.
Oh, you don't have to put that decree out there. This is like Twitter related podcasting. They'll have them receipts.
I know, right?
You can't say anything these days, boy. Dude's like, I remember that.
Yeah, right. Next year, if that game is not like one of the highest rated games, well, remember when Enrique? No, but seriously, what do you guys
Hey
think?
man, they gonna have tough competition next year, man.
Well,
Yeah.
A lot of great games
that
dropping
that
next year.
launch window, we're getting Final Fantasy VII remake,
Man, can't wait for
Cyberpunk,
that.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk, yeah.
which
Cyberpunk's April,
which I'll
right?
be playing on
Yep, Cyberpunk is
PC.
April.
PC Master Race.
And Avengers in May. So
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
lot of games.
yeah, Avengers. Ori 2
Ori
is
2.
also in February.
Ori
Yeah.
2's in February. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
They
I
not-
mean, that's
January,
crazy.
February, thick. Those used to be the empty months.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, remember,
Yeah.
remember the time where the best months in gaming were end of the year? Nope.
Gaming has grown. Gaming has grown now, and these publishers have realized that it used to be before they only released stuff in the holiday month because they thought that the only time people would buy
Yeah.
games is for like Christmas,
Yep.
stuff like that. And that was that mentality that all gamers were a younger demographic. Now they understand that the majority of gamers are from ages 18 to 35. That's the biggest age demographic in gaming, and it's growing. They're like, no, these people have money to buy games whenever we drop it.
Yep.
And you know, like now you got to think about, hey, look, the first quarter is tax season.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So people got money for these games. Shoot, Nintendo found out they got money for a console too.
Yep.
Because
but
when they
Yeah.
launched the Switch, what, March?
yeah, they sold
Yeah.
gangbusters.
Yeah. It's so
some people-
great.
They launched early. Like, even though they delayed the console, they launched early to hit March. Like, they could have probably held it for a little bit longer because they knew
Why did
prime time.
why did D Truth say Battletoads Game of the Year?
and Ryan's correct. Everyone's getting into gaming biz now, Google, Apple, etc. And it's because this is where the money is at. The money isn't in TV and movies anymore. Something that the CEO of Netflix said. He said that the biggest spike in viewership they had over the past 2 years was when Fortnite went down for like
Mm.
an hour or two. That's the big, and then people finally got off of Fortnite,
Oh my
kids,
God.
and it got on Netflix.
Damn.
That's crazy, man.
I saw a tweet earlier today from someone that did show the revenue over from 2018 of TV and the movie industry, which was somewhere like in like 50 billion, and then it showed the gaming industry, all of it, mobile, console, PC, everything, and it was like 150. It's like 3 times the size.
Shit.
All these this is why these big companies are getting into it. This is why Apple is trying to get into it and using, I think Apple's idea, Apple Arcade, is pretty smart if you think about it. They are trying to leverage how gamers, mobile gamers, interact with games on their platform.
Mhm.
They're not trying to do what Google's doing. Google's trying to get into the same kind of games that PlayStation and
Microsoft,
Switch and Microsoft, do. Apple's like, we ain't gonna compete in that area, but we got these mobile games. These people are always like, hey, look, do you not want to have to spend all this money on the kind of games you enjoy? Sign up for this and you'll be all set. Like, I think that's a pretty smart idea. It's going to keep. It's not going to go back to the way it was, where it's just like we know of like 3 platform holders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's definitely. I mean,
It's going to be more and more companies
so
getting
much,
into
man.
this. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey guys, real quick. The Death Stranding customized console. What do you guys think?
I didn't hear what you said. What you say again?
The Death Stranding customized console.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? Yay, nay? Anyone picking it
I
up?
thought it looked like trash.
It's not
I thought it looked
not
terrible.
special.
It
But
had
you know what?
It had a baby in the controller.
You got some handprints, and you look like somebody peed on the controller.
It looks absolutely terrible. I don't understand what they were
it's
thinking.
urine yellow. It's good
But-
grief. I'm sorry, B. Go ahead.
But I guarantee you that console sells out.
Oh yeah,
That's
it will.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I don't think the controller's that bad. I don't care. The console is like, whatever. It's like, okay, it's nothing special at all. The controller's interesting.
Yeah.
The only people making the equation to the whole P thing is because of the P in the video.
Yeah, I mean,
But look at it though, yo. Like that shade of yellow
It's
looks
supposed to
like
be the jar the baby's in.
If your P's that yellow, you need to drink more water. For real.
He said you got that apple juice pee.
it do be looking like that after a night of drinking, yo. Like, dang, I'm gonna drink some water right now.
That dehydration piss.
Ryan Landis says, "Don't throw the controller; it'll explode."
But I thought it was funny.
Wow, yo, Forte said he got 9 pre-orders for it just today.
Wow. See?
B's right. The thing's gonna sell. Hey, look, if anybody wants a cheap Death Stranding customized PlayStation 4 console, bring it over to my house. I'll get my 3-year-old daughter. She'll get some paint, put her handprints on there, and you have a Death Stranding controller for $50.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't put a whole lot into that one.
Yeah, Gregor Pondu. Slow mo. I'm not gonna. I don't want to say it out loud on the podcast.
I cannot confirm nor deny if there's urine hitting that person as well as the slap in my avatar. So,
oh my god,
I please the fifth.
Yeah, no, but it had a baby in it, like in the commercial.
Yeah, I know that's what the color really is. It's the color of that little thing that is protecting the baby.
Can you imagine if they actually had, like, the physical control actually had the baby in it?
Yeah, that'd be insane. That would be a controller I have to have.
Yeah, I think that's a missed opportunity, to be honest with you.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, the baby could be like an amiibo for the game or something.
Because baby amiibo.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not like B. I'm with you guys. I'm not. I didn't think it was all that impressive, but you're right, B. That thing's gonna sell like hotcakes, and like Forte said, it's 9 pre-orders today. I'm gonna how many pre-orders you have total?
It's very basic looking. It looks like they just slapped some handprints on a white PS4 Pro.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And painted a DualShock 4 yellow, and there you go. Stencil some Death Stranding in the sensor.
Is that Kojima approved?
I don't know.
Man.
Like,
even if it is, we probably won't get a clear answer. You considering his translator is not the best. So, yeah.
So his translator, he goes to the bushes. It sounds like
his translator needs to be quadruple fired.
Yeah, his translator's not doing a good job.
No.
Yeah, people are asking Forte if the Last of Us trailer is the one that he was talking about, that he saw at the show that he was at. And I don't know. I think I would imagine it probably was, right?
Yeah, I can't. I don't know why they would do a completely different trailer just for GameStop and then show something completely different at State of Play. It's probably the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's probably the same thing. So, but yeah, I thought overall, pretty good show. There were some indie games that they showed in there that I thought looked okay. Yeah,
State of Play.
Yeah.
One thing I was interested in was, of course, After Party. We talked about
After Party,
that
which was there too. Yeah, but
we should gotta think about that Human game.
I don't know. Humanity, yeah, that was kind
Humanity,
of kind of Humanity and Wild Time were kind of like those were kind of odd games.
Very, very odd.
Like what was Watam like? That was Young A said Watam was actually Death Stranding.
I mean, that game, I guess I can see it being so weird because you think about like Katamari Damacy, it was weird,
That's true. That's a
but
good point.
Yeah, that's true.
so but it's got a tremendous like cult following, so I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of interest in what this new one is. But yeah, but the other one, Humanity, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that game is a big question mark for me. I wasn't sure about that one either.
I heard someone say it was a simulator of Apple fans rushing to get the iPhone 11.
What's funny about that state of play, like it was okay, but you could tell that they knew. Yeah, we just gotta get through this stuff because we know what people are here for.
Yeah, they knew. Like they're like,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
You know what? You know what really impressed me about Sony still is that they're still showing off, or they're still supporting PlayStation VR. They showed off
Yeah.
L.A. Noire, I forget what they called it. It's something stories, case files or something. What was it? Yeah, L.A. Noire VR case files. And I think that's actually out already or coming out now.
They should have given that away for PS Plus too.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're skipping those driving scenes in LA Noir.
You have to. You can imagine getting the
on
motion.
V. First of all, it was horrible to do those scenes on a controller.
Yeah, right.
So, like, I hated those chase scenes. You hit a fire hydrant and your car just completely stops.
Yeah, the car was dead.
Yeah, you're going 50 miles per hour, hit a fire hydrant, dead stop. I'm like, what? What kind of physics is this? Hit a stop sign, the car just completely dies on you. I'm just like, all right, the case is over.
Yeah, that was a good game.
I hate that. Yeah. It was good though.
Yeah.
Good story. I loved it. It was that the first game that was really using mocap?
I think it was. I think you're right because that was kind of like the big thing because the interrogation scenes to focus on you'd have to read like the
body language,
the body language,
the facial expressions.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of famous actors playing in that too.
Oh, yeah, they did. I don't remember the actors though, but I think
I remember one guy was on Heroes. I
okay.
can't remember his name.
Yeah. They showed Civilization. What else? Medieval looked kind of interesting. The demo's out now. I don't know if anyone's played it, but I haven't played it. I don't know if I'll get to it.
I downloaded it, but I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, that looks interesting. That was pretty much it. They showed Modern Warfare. They talked about The Last of Us release date, 2020, and that was pretty much it. Nice pace, 30 minutes, boom, get us The Last of Us 2. Gave us a couple minutes. I was happy. But probably wouldn't watch the show if it wasn't for The Last of Us, to be honest.
Yeah, I just like the show because it doesn't take too much of my time. You know what I mean? Like it's in and out. It's not a bunch of people talking. There's one announcer that tell you what's coming up, and then it's over with.
Yep.
You hear that, Microsoft? Isn't that
well, I mean, it's just like Nintendo, right? I mean, Nintendo's like the same way.
Oh yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Nintendo does it the best. Nintendo's directs are the top level. They're the top tier.
And a couple of years ago, I was saying that every one of the big manufacturers should go the Nintendo route and do directs, and everybody was like giving me so much shit, like, oh, nobody wants that. That would be so horrible. And it's like, come on, they give you the content that you want and a little bit of time, and they get straight to the point.
Yep.
That's all we are really here for. Like all the unnecessary nonsense, the fluff pieces, the having influencers and stuff on stage and doing all this BS that we really don't care about. Like that's just wasting my time. Just give me to the content that I'm here to purchase, and get me out of here, and that's it.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing last year, mostly in regards to Microsoft and how they hold so much back until E3 or XO, and I was like, why do that? You have a monthly show. Show some of that stuff, and it's less pressure on your developers to have something to show by E3. Instead, then if you got a show that you can drop at any time, they can just take their time, and when they're ready to show something, then if that's in October or August, then so be it.
Right.
You do a inside the Xbox, give them that shine, and then now they're not competing with all these other games at E3, and they can own the narrative for a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's smarter to do that and to showcase your games that way instead of showing them all at once. And then that one dev like that isn't as big as Halo and Gears is getting just overshadowed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they will continue to keep doing what they're doing until they realize that it's 2019 and we don't really need these game shows. We don't really need to wait until then. But
It's like they're trying to be like G4, but just not G4.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I thought Microsoft said that like this inside Xbox was like the setup for XO. So like that
They talked about
like
I think they talked about what was it? Like when it was going to be or something. Nothing. I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, nothing like that was like wow. So, looks like Indie Gamer says there's an ID and Xbox Game Pass direct style vid tomorrow. I don't think about that.
Yeah, the media blast for Last of Us is tomorrow too.
Oh, is
Oh
it
yeah,
tomorrow?
there's
Yeah.
a whole bunch of what do they call it? It's something day. They title it something day
Yeah.
revolving around Last of Us 2.
You guys see how Sony's already marketing that game and comes out next year?
Yeah, it's smart.
Yep.
You get the ball rolling, you release the original game into PlayStation Plus in a couple,
Yep.
like 10 days or whatever it is.
That's right.
So all the people who never played the game, who just picked up PlayStation in the last 2 years, you know what I mean, who's always been on the fence, like, oh, I could buy it, or, you know what I mean, I heard so much about it, I just, haven't had time. I just download it, put it in your queue. Whenever, you're ready. You go in there, jump in. Everybody's going to be talking about The Last of Us 2, and if you haven't played it, like, you got to play the original game. So, you know what I mean? Sony set it up right.
Yeah, no, they really did. They set it up perfect. They definitely teed this game up perfectly. So, all right, guys. I think that's it for topics tonight.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So when is the XO? Is it in November?
It's in November.
November.
Like the 11th or 12th or something like that. And it's in the UK.
The UK. They're going back.
I think they're going to show Fable finally.
Are they doing it inside Xbox for October?
They're not showing Fable.
Why not?
It's not going to happen.
What do you mean? Well, you don't think Fable's going to happen, period?
No, I think Fable will happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're ready to show it yet.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think they. At this point, I'm just convinced that Microsoft doesn't make any big announcements about new games at shows that aren't E3.
Yeah, that's also possible too.
Yeah.
XO last year they didn't show any new IP last year. I remember that.
No, the big announcement was the acquisition of Obsidian, I think, right?
Obsidian in Exile, yeah.
Yeah.
So they may do that. They may do that again at
like another
whoever else
studio acquisition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're ever going to go like 5 studios at once again. I don't think I don't think they feel they need to, and I don't think they need to either. But I think they'll probably continue to keep making small purchases for a couple years. And yeah, I don't think they're ever going to buy anyone huge like a AAA studio.
So you think they're done with like buying the bigger studios?
Yeah, well, they never really did that. The biggest studio they purchased was Obsidian. Obsidian is 200 devs.
Yeah, well, they bought
Playground. They're like the size of Insomniac.
Yeah.
Playground was 100 devs when they purchased them, and they're like almost double that now.
They're double now, yeah.
Yeah. But I think they'll continue to keep looking for smaller devs that have that potential to do bigger things and get bigger. But they're not going to buy anyone big.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not right now. Well, who knows? Maybe they will. You never know. Maybe they will. But all right, guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show. But give a big shout out to everyone in the live chat. Thanks for coming by, hanging out with us this week, this beautiful Wednesday night. And Ryan Landis says they're putting a big studio together. Yeah, it's true. I mean, called the Initiative.
Yeah, they made another studio too. I don't know the name of it. The one that is, I keep hearing Shannon Loftus is running it.
Oh boy,
which is I don't think
that's all you had to tell me for Slow Mo.
I ain't got no faith in that.
Yeah,
I don't know if maybe they'll announce that at
Yeah.
XO, whatever that is. But yeah, I got zero faith in that. It's probably going to make a bunch of.
Ryan says I want to get back to PC gaming. Yes, sir, I do. I want to get back to PC gaming. We'll get back to some Metro with ray tracing. But yeah, big shout out to everyone in the live chat, guys. Seriously, thanks for coming by, hanging out with us this evening. Definitely appreciate it. And big shout out to our boy Forte, who's doing inventory right now. Have fun with inventory, Forte. I remember those days in retail are never fun. On that note, we're out. Hey, Slow Mo, you got a new video out, man.
Yes, I released a video earlier today about Crackdown. Actually, since we're on the topic of Xbox Game Studios and their IP, my video is about whether they should even continue the Crackdown IP. Should they continue making another game? And if they do so, should they just continue the same formula or do something different? So if you guys know what I usually say, then you probably have a good idea of what I'm saying in that video.
It's like booty butter, whatever you call it.
Dude, no, but I mean, look, it's check the video out. It's it's just check it out. I think it's a good video.
Yeah.
And I actually have another one coming out tomorrow, but that one's about Borderlands. So
nice. Borderlands is the GOAT. You should get off of Destiny 2 to play this game.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I've been rocking on Borderlands 3. We got to get in there, Slow Mo. I got to get in there, rock with you, man.
Man, hey, look, anytime you're ready.
Yeah.
I actually am at level 43 with Amara now. So
17.
Yeah, I need to start my other character. So like whenever you're ready.
All right. What level are you, man?
8. I just hit level 8.
All right, I'll run with you, man. When you get up, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, man. It's got its hooks in me. And like I said, I'm fairly new to the franchise.
Yo, Greg Bondu's crazy. He said more people saw Slow Mo's Crackdown video than there are current multiplayer active users of Crackdown 3. Oh man, savage, man.
Oh man, man, Gregor is mean, yo.
Gregor is funny, man. He is funny. So, all right, everyone. Thank you again, B Money, Eric Jackson. It's always a pleasure, gentlemen. And we'll be back. I haven't done a rant in a while. Maybe I should do a rant. I haven't done one of those in a while. We'll be back next week, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everyone have a great rest of the week. We'll see you guys then. Remember, have fun gaming. That's all I got to say. PC Master Race for life.
Stop it.
He just got on Sunday. He said for life. Boy, it don't take long to get that.
Tell you that uppityness is coming.
Yeah,
very soon. He's gonna be like, "What frames is that game?"
Yeah, Slow Mo. What are you playing? Borderlands 3. What frames are those? You peasant. You console peasant.
It's gonna be people like, man, it's a rock solid 60 frames per second. I'm so amazed. He just come out like, what? Just 60?
You're right. Just 60.
He's like, that's doo doo.
I would never.
Yeah, exactly.
With a British accent, I would never.
I wouldn't be caught dead.
We'll be caught
We'll be
dead.
caught dead with 60 frames per second.
That's what I can't even imagine. See, like the idea of going back to Destiny on console is so unappealing now. 30 frames a second? No. No, not even remotely interested in that for Destiny. Anyhow.
Well, B, we ain't getting Enrique to rock with us no more on that.
I know, man. That's over with.
A wrap.
You don't have to upgrade the PC now, you.
Yeah, you gotta upgrade.
You're like, yo, Enrique, you want to run some Destiny? Surely you jest.
Oh, you got a PC? No, I was talking about an Xbox. Silence.
Oh my goodness.
Be gone from my
Be gone. You peasant. Filthy peasant.
Back to your pathetic consoles.
Yeah, dare not to darken my doorstep with that nonsense.
No ultra settings?
Yeah. You don't even know how to spell ray tracing.
No. Oh my God.
Go ahead, Enrique, throw that pinky up.
And real soon he gonna be giving all the shade to Epic Store.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm boycotting this game. It's exclusive to the Epic Store.
Oh no.
I refuse to use another launcher.
Yeah, I've got 4 launchers on my desktop. I refuse to add another one.
This is anti-consumer. How dare you make me download another free launcher?
What? Another launcher? No.
I have friends in high places. You'll be hearing from them. You vagabond.
So OBJ said he's going to start saying exclusives are anti-consumer. No, I would never say that.
Yes, exactly, OBJ. That's going to be his next thing.
Look, I can't play this on PC.
And look, The Last of Us comes out in February. By January, he's going to be like, I really want to play this on my PC.
Oh, I already.
Yeah.
I do not understand why Sony won't just put their games on PC like Microsoft does. This is just anti-consumer. It's ridiculous. I shouldn't have to buy your trash console just to play this.
You're forcing me into peasantry.
Like, damn, man, we don't even know that guy no more.
You want more?
I have to soil my feet by
Sir, can I please have more?
At 30 frames per second.
Well, isn't Destiny? Are they only doing cross progression, or are they going to do crossplay as well?
I think they will do
mention
eventually crossplay next year. I think they'll announce it sometime next year, like in the summer, like the way they announced cross save. I think they didn't want to do it all at once, which is probably smart considering. And I actually like how they implemented cross save because they started the cross save like a month before Shadowkeep drops, so they allow them time to kind of work the kinks out because there's going to be some kind of issues here and there with people being able to access their data on a different platform. So it was best not to do it all at once. Damn sure Activision would have forced them to do it all at once, or probably not even let them do cross save in the first place, honestly. But
yeah. Well, I will be on Destiny on PC.
Away with you.
So away with you and your 30 frames per second.
You console peasant.
So to you console peasants in the live chat, be gone.
You don't even have a field of view slider.
Oh, we got a second dislike.
FMV.
We got a second dislike. It's probably a PC guy who just got tricked. We don't sound like that.
Dietrich says I have to change my avatar to the hair blowing in the wind. What? Seriously, this is what we done an hour ago. We were until we started talking about PC Master Race for Life.
Yeah, for real. Sure, I thought y'all were going somewhere.
Yeah. Did y'all have somewhere to go? All right, everyone. Thanks.
Constantly, you can tell us when to end our show. We are the PC Master Race. We will end our show whenever we feel like it.
Be gone, peasants. Be gone. Enjoy your rubbish in 30 frames per second.
Stuttering.
We
frame
actually
rate.
ended the show half an hour ago, but your slow frames are just keeping up.
Oh my God.
Y'all should leave that man alone. That man ain't do nothing to y'all.
What's up, Forte? You saw the greatness.
Look how they stick together.
Forte,
I know,
you saw
right?
the
Calling
greatness.
him-
Well,
Forte.
no. I can't agree with that man because I'll be playing Destiny on all systems. He gonna just be exclusive PC.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Forte,
Hey,
Forte, you saw the greatness yesterday.
I did. It was amazing. I
Forte,
was playing this
come
Jack
on.
and I still had fun.
Oh, let me tell you something. Forte was eating up the swarm as Jack. All I know is I'd be behind cover. Forte's are like hovering around all the swarm, and all you see is electricity coming out and heads popping off. I'm like, okay, Forte, go get him.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. Although I'm dead tired. I'm surprised, dude, you're not tired, man. Or maybe you are, Forte. I don't know.
Well,
I said, well,
yo,
Forte might be sleep high right now.
I
no,
know,
I'm
right?
not sleeping. What you talking about?
Forte's half asleep.
No.
Forte, yell PC Master Race.
Yeah. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Somebody sounds like someone's talking to you.
Oh, somebody was.
Oh, I hear that.
Oh God, I remember those
I hear that.
beeps.
I hear that
Oh,
inventory
man,
gun
that
going.
beep. Yeah,
Y'all silly. Y'all hear him?
yeah.
Mhm.
God, we used to do that, man. I remember I did it one night. It was up to like 6 in the morning. I was
That PC life, man. PC life.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We're gonna head out. Forte, man. Thanks for popping in for a little bit. Appreciate it,
I just
bro.
wanted to come save your life. They were jumping on you.
It's all good,
It's all
man.
love. It's all love.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
now that he's got a PC, Forte feels the need to protect him. You know.
Protect my children, man.
oh boy. All right, everyone. We'll catch you guys next week, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For Forte, Slow Mo, B Money, and Eric Jackson, we are out. Till next time. Peace.